Today, we're going to be talking about live stream product launches and how you can launch your product into the marketplace using no other tools, nothing other than live streaming. Guys, I've done this many times in the past myself. And so today, I'm going to be showing you actually stuff that I've done and that I will continue to do. It's going to be a fantastic episode today. Welcome to the business of live video. We're going to be talking today about how to do a live stream product launch, and I couldn't be more excited that you're here with me today, ladies and gentlemen. If you've never joined us before, my name is Owen Video, and you can give me 5. That's right, type 5 into the comment section now. That is how we say hello on this show. And if you're new here, be sure to type the word new into the comment area so that we can come and say hello. We like to pick out the new ones and have a good time. I'm bringing the energy today, folks. I'm really excited about our topic today, but I'm also super excited about this season. It's the season of video marketing conferences. And so everyone's getting ready for Vid Summit, Video Marketing World, and the Power of Video Conference. And if you're not going to be there, you should be there, because conferences are really how you build your live stream, your business, and your content marketing strategy. So I hope that you are going to be going to those conferences with us. And remember, you can always skip ahead. Remember, you can always skip ahead to the 10-minute mark if you want to dive right in to our content today. Otherwise, stick around, because we're going to be doing a little bit of a pre-show here. And that's what we do. You know, if you want to just jump right into the content, if you just want the numbers and the facts and the data, skip ahead to the 10-minute mark here. But if you want to be a part of our community, then hang out for the pre-show. We're going to say hello to our live studio audience. We're also going to be giving some stuff away, and that's always, I got to get this thing off my screen. My favorite part of the show. There we go. There we go. Always my favorite part of the show. So I want to go into the comment area and see who we've got watching with us today. Super glad that you could join us. Content Ash is saying live streaming is a ton of fun. I hope that I make it look fun. Consistent Ash. I see Lightyear 2020 is new, brand new. Fwap to you. Good to have you here. Jeff Eatley is saying, I'm not skipping because I love to hang out. We've got Barbara Goby logging in with the Air 5. I just want to say what's up to you guys. So good that you're here. Jeff Eatley and I actually go back. In fact, we had a nice moment. Vid Summit 2019. I was hosting. I was the MC that year. I'm the MC again this year. And Jeff Eatley came out and caught some shots of me just kind of hanging out, chilling and resetting. And they ended up being some really wonderful shots. Demi Hard is here. Rick Patterson of the Handyman Toolbox. Divintar Strong. My good friend Facebook user is logging in. Remember, if you're logging in on a Facebook group, you can always catch us on the pages and say hello. Super glad that you guys are here today. I want to jump in to some fun stuff. Let's give away some free gear. What do you think? I think we should give away some free gear. That's my favorite thing to do. And this month, we are giving away this Rode PodMic Cardioid microphone. This microphone is perfect for, can we have some music? This microphone is perfect for live streaming from a desk or hosting your video podcast, and features an internal pop filter to minimize your P's and make your S's sound super professional. It also comes with its own desktop stand that can virtually attach anywhere, folks, and attach with its own shock mount to reduce vibration, which is very important when you're live streaming. This microphone is normally $100 online, but you can get this mic for free. Free, ladies and gentlemen, for free. All you have to do is go to epiclivevideo.com and start a free account with Restream, or upgrade your current account. Both will enter you to win And we want to thank our friends over at Restream for making this happen. Restream is the only, the best, and the #1 platform that you want to use when live streaming your content, your webinars, your classes. Get out of the room with Zoom. Start using Restream right away, because Restream has all the features that you need to really broadcast a fantastic looking presentation. With Restream, you can multicast your message on up to 250 different websites all at the same time. All at the same time. Where else can you do that, folks? And with Restream, you get this fantastic internal broadcasting platform, this studio that gives you all sorts of great features like cloud recording. You can schedule your upcoming live streams. You can schedule multiple live streams. You also are able to invite up to 9 different guests. You can share their screens. You can share your screens. There's really so much that you can do here. You can add your own graphics. You can add background videos. Plus, they give you this entire interface to measure your results. So even if you don't need a free microphone, you can get started with Restream right now at epiclivevideo.com. That's epiclivevideo.com. Let's go back into the audience and see who's with us today, guys. We're going to be talking about product launches today, and would really love to hear from you all in terms of, are you doing product launches right now? In fact, why don't you check in with me on this? What's the best product that you've spent your money on this year so far? I'd love to hear from you on this. What's the best product that you've spent your money on this year so far? Is it an Amazon product? Is it a course that you bought? I mean, there's tons of stuff that you could buy online. Over here, behind me here, you can see this is my Amazon studio, and this is where we do our product demos and where we sort of show off some of the new Amazon Alexa products that we buy. And of course, I buy new microphones and things like this, and we all, we demonstrate them on our back table back there. I bought a ton of cool stuff this year. I think that my best expenditure has probably been on courses or consulting. In fact, I would even say that the consulting program that I'm in right now for increasing sales online, it's probably been one of the best investments I've ever made. What about you? What's the best product you've spent your money on this year so far? We'd love to hear from you in the comments section below. Want to say what's up to my man, Aaron Garcia. Aaron Garcia, what the heck are you working on? Would love to hear from you. Jeff Eatley is saying the Simon Sinek course. Is that like it starts with Y? Is that what that was about? He's the kind of the well-known artist of that. Chris Hunter is asking, Owen, what happened to your email list live stream from a week ago? Great question. For those of you guys that go to the Owen Video channel and you're watching this right now on the Owen Video YouTube, as soon as this show is over, we unlist it. And the replays live on the Restream.io YouTube channel. So I know that's a little confusing. We do that because we want Restream. We want you guys watching that content over on Restream, where you can get connected to the software, customer service, and all that type of wonderful stuff. So Chris Hunter, thank you for asking. Once this show is over, you can access the replays on YouTube or on the Facebook page of Restream. So just go to YouTube, type Restream.io, or how to promote how to build your email list with live video. I blanked on the title there for a second. Chris, thanks for asking. That's great. Carlos Cepeda is saying that his best expenditure this year was a custom built computer. That's huge. I think that's huge. Robin Cole is asking, what are the sales programs you are participating in? That is a great question, Robin Cole. I'm not exactly sure what it's called. I think it's called Masters, the Masters program with Adam Urbanski. Fantastic business coach, by the way. And I would give him my my 2 big thumbs up. Lead with Jim is in the house today, ladies and gentlemen. Hang on, wrong one. Lead with Jim is here today. It's true. Jim Jim is saying the best purchase that he made this year was my program, the YouTube Authority Intensive. And so, Jim, you need to reach out to me today. We haven't talked in a long time, and I think that we're due for a talking. I'd love to catch up with you, my friend. The Handyman Toolbox, I'm trying to go to my comments here, is saying, the best product I bought this year so far is TV Startup, premiering my own Roku TV network this week called the Home Service Pros. That's great. Congratulations, my man. Air 5. Flop. A Roku TV, being on smart TVs, guys, I think is very, very smart. And so I would love to see more of that. Blended for You is saying the best course that I bought this year is I invested in online courses and digital products to improve productivity, to help parents with kids with cancer. Wow. To be able to work as freelance. So I want to give you a big round of applause. Blended for You. I don't know if you guys know, but I am actively fighting and beating cancer. And I have a passion for teaching others how, I'm doing it. Ian Corzine logging into the show, our favorite YouTube lawyer. Ian, I hope that I'm going to see you at Vid Summit this year. It would be great to get some mano a mano time with you and just catch up. Man, Ian does great work. And if you guys aren't familiar with Ian's work, you need to look him up. Let's Talk Stroke is here. Danielle Gerlov is here. And Aaron Garcia is commenting. Guys, I'm glad that you're here today. We've got a big topic. We're going to be talking today about how to launch a product using live stream video. And I think this is just like a ridiculous picture of me. That's just a ridiculous picture of me. I have a lot of experience launching products on live stream. Now, here, let me give you guys a little bit of my background on this. My background comes from big business coaches that you all know and love. You've heard of them. They've been around for years. People I greatly respect, male and female, have been launching courses and products for years in San Diego, where I'm from. I was their videographer for many, many years. I was a hired serviceman. I would come in with 2 or 3 video cameras and my soundboard, and I would film their product launches. So that's one part of my experience. The other part of my experience is I've done 4 or 5 launches now myself with my own products. I've learned how to do this myself. And although each product launch had different results, we've really been through the ringer and we've taught people how to do this. In fact, if you go to thevideomarketingschool.com and you enroll in my program there, my program is an unlimited, bottomless training library. It's not necessarily a course that you go through, but like if you want a training on video marketing, webinars, YouTube, Facebook Live, it's all there at thevideomarketingschool.com. And we've taught this before. And so what I'm doing today is I'm sort of creating the outline of how to do this. And I want you to be in a position where you can ask your questions. And I'd love for you to even think about your questions now about how do you launch? Like, have you ever launched a product and do you know what that means? Because a product launch is a very specific thing. It's not just introducing your product. It's a very specific, that word launch has a definition to it. Okay. And we're going to go through that today so that you understand it. If you have questions about where to host your product, how to create a product, would love to know more about that. If you want to know about how to get sponsors to sponsor your product launch and actually help you share the word, you can ask those questions as well. The only thing I'm going to ask from you is if you will take a moment right now and share this video on your timelines or tag 3 people that you know, 3 entrepreneurs that you know, and say, hey, you got to watch this video. Just tag them and say, hey, you got to watch this video. You might even want to say skip ahead 10 minutes because we're going to get started right now. Okay. All right. So let's jump into our training today. I'm going to give you guys a second to type in your questions. And remember to interrupt, engage. Like I would like to make this as much for you as it is for the replay viewer. And if you're watching this on the replay viewer, then go ahead and ask me your questions in the comment section below. Okay, let's get started today. Carlos, if you want to clear the screen, we're going to get started in 3, 2. Today, we're going to be talking about how to launch a product into the marketplace and get 5 or 6 figure sales using only live stream video. So there's no video editing. There's no, pre-recording a bunch of videos and putting them private on Vimeo and then inviting people to them. We are going to be following a process. And I am going to be pulling from other tools. But I want you in a position where whether you have a product today or not, so maybe you do have a product that you're ready to sell, maybe you don't, okay? Because that's the position that I was in. I want to put you in a place where after today's show, you can launch that product, even if it doesn't exist, make sales, and then deliver that product only using live stream video. And if you can master this skill, then you can master growing a 7-figure company. That's all there is to it. If you can master the art of closing sales over and over again in a repeatable, predictable way, you will have a 7-figure company. And so we're going to go through this today. I'm going to be sharing with you examples from my past, from my broken past, my broken and hurtful past. No, I'm kidding. I've done this many, many times before. I'm going to be sharing with you some of those examples. In fact, let's go to the screen right now and I'll show you a look at one of my very first live video launches. Now, I don't have the dates here, but this was called the Simple Business Success Summit or something like that. I don't even remember what it was called. But a couple of these people, Jake Larson and Chuck Gallagher, have become very, very close friends over the years. And we use this to grow our list, and we grew it by about 100 times its original size. And then a couple of years later, I did another summit called the Business Video Marketing Summit, which again grew our list, but also sold products. And this was years and years and years ago. So I have a lot of experience that we're going to pull from today. And I'm hoping to give you the 5 key points, okay? The 5 key points that will carry you into doing this yourself. I want you to know how to do this so you can do it yourself, but I don't necessarily for all of you recommend that you go about and do this right now, okay? Some of you are going to have to put some things into place first, and that's okay. What I would like for you to do is this. I would like for you to be in a position where if you're not live streaming on a weekly basis already, that you start and you set a date for it. You're going to launch a product in like 6 weeks. And so you've got 6 weeks to kind of get ready to launch your product, but you'll go live weekly for 6 weeks so that you can grow your list and actually have an audience to launch to, okay? An audience to launch to. So if you have questions, whether you're watching live or on the replay, please ask them in the comment area, and we will get to them sort of at the break as we go through our different segments today. All right, so if you are ready to get crazy with live streaming, say yeah in the comment section below. It's from my favorite cartoon show called The Regular Show. Fantastic stuff. And we will get started with point overview. Let's first talk about, will this work for you? And I want to start by looking at the products that will actually sell in a product launch, okay? The types of products that will actually sell in a product launch. And the first one is physical products, okay? So if you're selling physical products like e-commerce products or products that ship, this will work for you. Okay, it'll work for you, Don Akers. It'll work for you, Skill Hoarder, if you guys have physical products that you need to ship. So if you're a retail store, or maybe you sell a custom product on Etsy, maybe you sell merchandise, okay? Like you sell shirts and stuff like this. Maybe you say you have a specific type of camping gear or maybe you sell a custom pocket knife or something like that, Danielle Gerloff, who has physical products, a product launch will work for you. In fact, Danielle, I love that you're here because Danielle Nelly is a good friend of mine. We go way back, and she makes a fantastic physical product that also makes for a great client gift. And so, Nelly, I want to invite you to just kind of share in the comment area what you do and maybe put a link to your company, because I think it really is something that everyone should know about. Okay, so physical products will sell very well with the product launch, but also digital courses will sell as well. Now, a digital course might be, a 5-part or a 6-part, pre-made, ready to go course. All right. So it's already recorded. You already have it there. It may not be perfect. I think this is a key part here. It may not be perfect quite yet, but it's there and you could sell it today. Okay. Digital courses and membership sites do very, very well with product launches. So this is going to be great if you already have something that you can sell. And live stream launches make this easy to sell over and over and over again. And so that I think is the core of what I want to really share with you today, is that if you learn this process, this is not, I think, a process that you do once and then kind of like it worked or it didn't work. Let's find a new shiny object to move on to. But you do it, and regardless of how well it worked, you hot wash it. Okay. You learn what went wrong and what went right. We call that a hot wash. And then you do it again. So you want to be in this place where you're doing sort of product launches once a quarter, or maybe even once a month, although I think once a month is a lot. Okay. So if you have a physical product, a digital product, or if you have a live or virtual product. Now, this applies to those of you who have no product now. So for those of you that are like, I want to have a course, I'm going to take this jacket off, by the way. It's fall outside, but it's summer. It's summer inside. For those of you that don't have a product now and you're not even sure what that is, that's okay. 2-3 years ago, I had no new product to sell, and I created a product out of thin air that is today one of my best sellers, using only live stream video. And I'm going to be sharing that with you today. Now, this applies to coaches, those of you that have challenges, or if you're a consultant. And so, Don, I think that this might, fall into your category somewhere. If you consult people, this is a great way to get new customers for your consulting business. Now, with a live or a virtual product, you're going to deliver the product live now or in the future, and you can do the thing live, pre-record it, and sell it later as a digital course. Okay. So all of these things would apply to you. If you have questions about your product or whether this would work for you, ask them now. Roger Wingard is saying, what about travel channels? Absolutely. It all depends on what you sell, but it doesn't mean that it won't work depending on what you sell. It just means you have to think about how to position it in terms of what you sell. You could do a product launch, Roger, and simply get subscribers on your channel. I mean, that would be fantastic. And in doing so, you could actually raise your ad revenue 10%, 20% in one event. Okay. But if you have a travel consulting thing that you do, you'll make more money now. You'll get travel consulting clients right now. And that's the thing that I want you to really pay attention to. In fact, let's take just kind of a quick time out here where you can comment below which one of these best describes you. Is it physical product, digital, live, or virtual? I'd love to hear from you in the comment section below. While you're doing that, we got a great question coming here from my man, Jerry Wald, who is saying, Let's Talk Stroke, who says, should I have my brand pay for a 3-month sponsorship pay more for a 3-month sponsorship than a year. Yeah, absolutely. Getting sponsors to sponsor your launch is a fantastic way to go, because even with small money from your brand sponsor, so let's say that you are selling a membership and you've got a great software that's willing to give you a couple bucks, you could take $1,000, $2,000 from them and then put that into ad spend, okay, to promote your ads and to get more people into your program, and then from there sell more people and make more money. You turn your $2,000 investment into a $10,000 investment. So I'm hearing from Skill Hoarder, who sells physical product, Robin Cole, physical product, Kevin Kwok, my man, logging in, and even more. Naomi Nakashima, my good friend, is coming in. Great stuff, guys. Please ask your questions, because I really hope that this is valuable to you today. So these are the 3 big types of products that will definitely sell. And so you should be considering a live stream launch. Okay, so let's talk about the order of operation now. Now, what do you do in order to reach a buying audience? This is what I want to talk to you about today. This is like the crux of what I want to talk to you today about. And it starts with a little bit of prep work. Okay, it starts with live stream list building. Okay, you need to go live every single week, just like I do. And in every single show, you ask people to join your list. And you do that by having a great offer or by offering show notes. Okay, so if you want to say, hey, to get my notes from today's show, then type notes in the comment section. In fact, if you guys want my notes for today, I didn't prepare to do this, but if you want my notes for today, type notes and I'll have Carmen email you my notes today. It's a very, very simple way to get leads, but you need to be going live every single week. Why? Because you need to be building a list of new, fresh leads every single week that you can invite to your launch. Okay? This is where I think people lose it, is you're not list building. And so what happens is when you go to launch a product, there's nobody listening to you. Yeah, even if you're only adding 7 new names to your list every week, that's 28 new people a month. That's more than enough to launch a new product to. And you do that every month or every quarter, right? So 7 people a week times 12 is what, like 84? I'm not that guy. 96. It's 100 new people a month almost. And then once a quarter, you try to close those new 100 people. So you have to be live stream list building on a regular weekly basis. Why? Because your show plus new viewers added to an email list equals a buying audience. And so as long as you've got 30 to 50 new people on your list every month, then you'll be ready to launch your product to them. And as we talk about launching a product, I want you to know that it follows a very specific formula. Okay, now the formula I'm going to share you today, I've learned and executed, but I've also augmented it, changed it, and made it my own so that it works in a modern day scenario, because a lot of these books were written 10 years ago. So let's kind of take a look at step 1. Step 1 is that you're going to host a live webinar. And on this webinar, you're going to invite your viewers to attend a pre-launch training event. And this is typically a 3-day or a 3-part live event. Okay, so let's talk about that real fast. What does that mean? It means every week you're going live, you're building your list, and then, once a month, once a quarter, you're going to have a webinar. And on that webinar, you're not going to actually sell anyone a product, but you're going to say, hey, I'm hosting a 3-day training event where I'm going to be showing you how to X, Y, Z. Okay. So Don Akers wrote in here. I've got an online virtual course, but it could be a digital and a membership program. My buddy Don, you're leaving money on the table. You absolutely should be a membership program, and to get that recurring. In fact, Don, I want to invite you to reach out to us, info@thevideospot.net. I would love to just review what it is that you're selling and see if we can give you any notes. This is totally free for you. Just reach out to us, info@thevideospot.net, and we'd love to just give you an audit and take a look at what you're doing, because I think so many of you, by the way, are leaving money on the table. So yes, if you've got this digital membership program, okay, let's say that you teach people something like how to promote your brand on Facebook. Let's say that that's your thing. You say, I'm hosting a 3-day event on the foundations of building a 7-figure brand on YouTube. Okay. You're going to have a webinar where you're getting people to register for that. They're going to register for free. Okay. So this is the first step in having a launch, is converting your list over to a webinar. And what this does is it gathers all of your list into one place for a conversion event, a webinar, where you convert them into a higher level commitment. Now, you could charge them $20 to join, but I don't recommend charging for this. Okay. I don't, because you'll get more people, and you want more people in. You're going to charge later. Just remember that what you're doing here is you're generating a hot list of pre-qualified buyers. That's what you're doing on the webinar. So all the people on the webinar are pre-qualified, and then the ones that enroll in the 3-day event, those are hyper qualified people. Okay, and we'll talk about how to convert them in just a second. So here's the thing. You can use Restream.io as your webinar software. You don't need to use Zoom. You don't need to go buy a webinar software. In fact, I don't like, a lot of these softwares are great. I know the owners, and I think it's wonderful, but I don't think you need these softwares. Okay, I think what you need is to have an interface like Restream, where you can invite guests, you can share your screen, you've got all these cool effects and things that you could be using. And so Restream really is a great tool for this particular webinar. Okay, so use Restream at epiclivevideo.com. And you need to promote this like crazy. This is the big where I see people fail, is you want all the inbound leads, right? You want all the inbound leads, and you want to do nothing for it. Or you want to live that internet marketer's dream of, like, you do like one email or one webinar and everybody flocks to you. But guys, let me tell you that I've been successful in this game for, maybe 6-7 years. That marketplace is over, right? That was like the John Lee Dumas, Amy Porterfield. What was the other guy's name? James Wedmore, all people I know, love, and respect. Okay. But those days of just like massive come to me marketing, it's over. You've got to go out there and scramble for your leads. Okay. So promote it like crazy. How? By promoting to your email over and over and over again. Hey, Stone Coat Countertops, great to see you. There's a real video marketing champion in the house today. Glad to have you here. Promote it like crazy on Facebook, on Instagram. Hey guys, 7 days left. If you're not annoyed by your own promotional strategy, then you're not doing it right. Okay. I would also recommend running ads on Facebook. Okay. Now, my good buddy, Mr. Church Marketer, has just logged in. And bro, the brand is just fire. I just love it. Okay. So you need to promote this like crazy, because again, this is your whole quarter, right? This is your whole month. This is where, all of it kind of comes together. So promote it like crazy, burn out your list. You literally want people to unsubscribe or enroll. It's like, enroll in this webinar or get off my list. My list exists for these monthly webinars. My month exists for these monthly or these quarterly webinars. Okay. So, oops, where are we going? All right. So promote it like crazy. Don't skip this step. Follow the Video Marketing School great webinar formula. You can't just go out and throw up over people. You have to do a webinar the right way. And if you join the videomarketingschool.com, we do have very in-depth training on how to do the Video Marketing School great webinar formula. I can't teach it here today, guys. Unfortunately, it's too good. You'll make so much money with it, but you can go to the videomarketingschool.com and enroll there. Remember that you are not selling on this webinar. Okay. You're not selling on this webinar. You're generating a list of pre-qualified buyers. And then you're going to sell those buyers on the next step. Now, here's a quick little note. Do this webinar on a Wednesday. Okay? Stay with me here. I've done this so many times, guys. Because you have to think about like your week. Okay? So you do this on a Wednesday. You give them the replay on a Thursday. And here's what you can do. Using Restream, you can actually record the webinar on Wednesday, and then on Thursday, just play the recording again. It makes it super easy. But that way you can do a replay and satisfy the viewers that couldn't make it, right? Because you're going to have, like, let's say 40 people register for your webinar, but only 15 are going to show up, okay? And in our course at thevideomarketingschool.com, we teach you like what those numbers should look like, okay? So be sure to ask your questions in the comment section below about how to get people there and what you should say, because I'm happy to share all that with you during our time together. You know, after that, it's all behind a paywall. So, you know, ask your questions now. So you do it on Wednesday, you do your replay on Thursday, and then you spend the weekend getting people enrolled in the 3-day event. Okay? It's on that. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you're like, hey, did you get enrolled? Hey, did you get enrolled? Hey, did you get enrolled? And you're increasing the amount of people that enrolled. You will get people to enroll. Which camera? You will get people to enroll in your 3-day event, even if they didn't watch your webinar. They'll be so what we call fear of loss, right? Fear of loss motivates us more than the motivation of gain, right? So they'll be like, oh, I don't want to miss out. So they'll join without even watching the webinar. Okay. I've got some live streaming on my lips here. Okay, let's move into our next point, because in your next step, all right, so once you've got all of these people registered, now you're ready to sell them. And this is where it gets really delicate, because you're going to host a pre-launch event. And a pre-launch event is a 3-day event designed to pre-qualify the audience and transition them into buying. And if you've done this right, then everybody who enrolled has done what? They've already seen a webinar. They've already seen a webinar. And they know what it is that you're selling, and they want it, or they at least want the result. Okay. So you're only selling to good people. So for those of you who's like, well, why don't we just jump right into the 3-day event? Because you want to pre-qualify people. You have to make them work for it. If they don't pay, they won't pay attention. And what that means is your customers need to put in energy and effort. Okay. And they got to meet you halfway. Okay. So you're going to host a 3-day event. Here's my note. Do this on a Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Okay. So think about that. So you do your webinar on Wednesday, you do your replay on Thursday, you spend Friday, Saturday, Sunday promoting, going, did you enroll? Did you enroll? We start Monday. We start Monday. We start Monday. We start Monday. And then boom, you start Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So this is going to take up like a 2-week chunk of your marketing time. And truly, it should replace all the other wasteless time or fruitless time you're spending doing Instagram posts and writing SEO blogs and stuff that maybe one day will work, maybe kind of. Go straight to the revenue. Aiden Jenkins, glad you're here. Who wants to write a book? I do actually want to write a book. Now, I mean, we should talk about that. Glad that you're here. Let's keep moving. Okay, so you're going to host a pre-launch event. Let's talk about day one. What are you going to do on day one? Okay, so on day one, you're going to lay out the premise, the foundation. You're going to talk about the core issue of your product and why all the known solutions are failing. Okay, so I'm going to go with my good buddy, Rock Davis, who is Mr. Church Marketer. Rock, let's say that your product is your consulting package and your print package, maybe live streaming package, but it's some of that. Hey, Jeremy Kobatana is logging in. Jeremy, my man, good to see you. Jeremy is a graduate of the Video Marketing School and a super affiliate marketer. I think you're in the 2 Comma Club, right? Jeremy, good to have you here. Welcome. It's always a pleasure. As I was saying, on day one, if you are Mr. Church Marketer, for example, and you're selling a consulting package for pastors and church marketers, and you're going to do a 3-day event, it might be called the How to Fill Up Your Chapel or How to Fill Up Your Sanctuary Summit. That's the 3-day event. And maybe you do interviews, maybe you do other kind of things, but either way, you're going to lay out the foundational content where day one is old marketing is out. And you're going to talk about how the old school way of marketing with balloons in the front or printing ads in your local paper or whatever, like all the things that your people are doing that aren't working anymore, you're going to lay them all out and you're going to say why they're not working. You want your audience on day one leaving depressed. I'm serious. Like I don't mean that in a mean way. What I mean is you've got to end the day with them going like, man, nothing that I've been doing is working. But you have to prep them for day two. You say, tomorrow, I'm going to lay out for you what is working. Okay. So here's the thing with day one, you're going to live stream this, guys. This doesn't need to be pre-recorded. It's all live. Okay. So you're going to do 30 minutes of content and maybe 15 minutes of Q&A, but you really don't have to do Q&A. In fact, we've done summits where the only Q&A we do is in the chat area. And the reason that we do that is so that we can show other members that there's tons of engagement. Okay, so there's different ways that you can go about this, okay? But you should definitely be building a private Facebook group. And if you ask me, this is the only way to build a private Facebook group now, is by doing launches where you bring 40 people in at a time, you deliver the launch through the Facebook group, and then everybody in that Facebook group for all time, as you do launches over and over and over again, everybody in that group has been through this culture. They've been through this ritual with you, and they all share it in common. It's a very, very powerful strategy here, guys. Okay? So you want to do all of this in a private Facebook group, and then you're going to move into day two. In day two, you're going to reveal testimonials from clients on how you've solved this issue. Now, what if you're brand new, starting out, you don't have any testimonials? That's okay. You can use industry testimonials, which means like other people's testimonials. This is actually advice that Gary Vee gave me personally at VidSummit 2019. He said, if you want more real estate clients and you don't have any real estate clients, go find the most successful real estate clients or real estate people doing what you do and share their stories and say, I can do this for you. It's a brilliant strategy. But you need to reveal that it works for you. So I'd love to know from you guys in the chat area right now, if someone were to buy from you, what's the big result that they would get? Is it more sales? Is it a better website? Is it arts, like a great looking wood craft? What is the results that people buy from you? Tell me in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you in the comment section. Okay. So you don't give it all away, but you're maybe going to mention tools and softwares. The point of day two is to show them that there is a solution and that people are having success. You want your audience so jazzed up on day 2 that they can't wait to come back to day 3 when you explain your product and sell it. And in this way, day 1 leads to day 2, and day 2 leads to day 3. So day 1, they leave kind of feeling like, man, I've been doing all the wrong things. I'm really curious, what the right thing is. Day 2, they come and learn about all the people doing the right thing. They hear about solutions. They hear about like softwares. It's all very top level. So you're not going into like first A, B, C. You're just kind of like, look at Jim, look at Sally. All you do is go to TubeBuddy and do this. All you do is go to YouTube and do that. You just kind of like glossing over it. So Don Akers is saying he sells technical products, grow their business and win competitive business. So be a better salesperson. You're going to talk about Sally, who grew her sales by, 47%. All she was follow the system, guys. All she did was follow the system. And people are going to go, well, what's the system, Don? What's the system? What's the system? Boom. That's day 3. So, I want you guys to come back on tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm going to go in depth on that system. And on day 3, this is the sell. Okay. On day 3, you're going to explain your product and sell it. Okay. This is what we call open cart. And you need to be sure that you do this on a Wednesday or a Friday. Okay. Here's why we do that on a Wednesday or a Friday, because I typically suggest that you do your launch event, your pre-launch event, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But you could do like Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, or you could do Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Okay. If you want to skip a day and just give people a break. I don't like that. I feel like when you have momentum, keep the momentum, and even the people that don't make it to day 2 will still buy if you follow up with them well. Okay, and we'll talk about that coming up real quick here. So you're going to do this on a Wednesday or Friday. Why? So that you can spend the weekend selling. All right? So there's this term that we use called open cart. And open cart means that your course is live, your product is live, and people can actually buy it from you. Now, we actually have membership going around all year round. Like we never actually close the cart. There's never actually a time that someone can't buy from me, but we run the business in cohorts, right? So we'll have like 7 people that sign up with us today, and those people will be in a cohort. But then anyone who signs up afterwards, they go in a second cohort that will start 2 or 3 weeks later. So the sell is, look, join now and start now. Oh, and I don't get paid till Monday. Hey, I get it. Go ahead and enroll on Monday, and then we can start you next month. But you'll have to kind of wait, a little bit. Now, that's not the way you say it, but you want to be creating urgency and scarcity in your approach. So Edward is saying, are these 8-hour days? It's a great question. 8-hour days. No, I mean, really, it's a 30-minute live stream with maybe a 15-minute Q&A. So it's a 45-minute day. Now, are you going to need some prep? I'm sure. I'm sure you're going to need some time to prepare all of the slides and stuff. But your actual commitment time is more like 45 minutes to an hour. And then you've got selling time. So I want you talk about an 8-hour day. Your 8-hour day, your 8-hour day should be spent selling people during your open cart time. Okay. So during open cart, so you just did all 3 events, 1, 2, and 3. Now what you're doing is you should be emailing, texting, and following up with people all the way until Sunday at, midnight. I would even say like maybe Sunday at 8 a.m. or something like that, and say, look, at Monday at 8, I go to church and I'm done. After that, I'm done and I'm getting ready for the Monday class. Now, what'll happen is you'll find that you'll make a ton of sales on Sunday morning or Saturday night. But you'll even get a couple of tricklers coming in Sunday after the due date, and you can just take them on. You don't have to, it's up to you. But my point is this, and I want you guys to hear me on this. I see, and I've done this myself. In fact, I did a launch a couple years ago before I got cancer. And so I was like all like, in that right state of mind and ready to go. What I did was I launched it, that one, to be writing people personally from Gmail. Get out of automation on this point. For when you're selling, guys, on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, you are personally texting people. You are personally calling people. If you have a salesperson, the salesperson's doing it. In our business, it's Teresa that does it. So she's the salesperson. But you are calling them. You are writing them. Hey, are you getting enrolled? I'm super pumped. Can I help you pay for it? Meaning I can help you with a payment plan or something. By the way, everybody, if you use PayPal, if you get connected with PayPal, you can give people a pay it later option and they can make it in payments. Okay. Roger's asking a great question. He says, do you help with getting this all set up? We absolutely do. We help in a private coaching, and we also help in a group coaching. And you can go to thevideomarketingschool.com and contact us using our Work With Us link, and let us know what you're looking to do, and we can see if it's a good fit. My good friend Justin Evans is logging in. Glad to have you here. Let's continue moving to the end of our session. So you're going to spend the weekend selling, and on Sunday you're going to close the cart. And you are done with your live stream product launch. Okay, so let's review that again really fast. What you're going to do is you're going to build a list every single week. Now, I don't care if you're adding 25 people to your list. I don't care if you're adding 5 people to your list. You go live every single week, and every single week you ask people to jump on your list. Then you're going to invite your list to a one-time live webinar. That can be a monthly list or a monthly webinar, or it could be a quarterly webinar, or it could be, once every 6 weeks. It's up to you. In that webinar, you're going to invite people to a 3-day live event. In that live event, you are going to be selling your list following this process here. Day 1, day 2, and day 3. On the last day of the event, you are going to sell hard. You are going to sell with every ounce of sales skill that you have. All right. And then you're going to spend the weekend selling till you close cart. You need to have a hard deadline, whether it's Sunday at 10 or Sunday at midnight. You need to have a time where you close the cart and you're no longer engaging with people. Born Rich, good to have you here. You got to have a time where you're done, and now you're going to work on, counting your money and then doing the next thing, right? Going live again that week. Okay. So if you guys want to get my notes for today, if you want to get, all of this stuff that you saw here today, you are welcome to write the word notes in the comment section below, and I will send you my notes. I'm happy to do that for you, and I hope that it really is helpful for you. We've got a few minutes left, so I would love to answer some of your questions on how to do a live stream launch. And I really want you to remember, like, all of this is done with live streaming. Like, it's all done with live streaming. So you don't need to pre-record garbage. You don't need to put anything on Vimeo and mark it as unlisted or whatever the case might be. Kathy Jung is here. Handyman Toolbox. Tolis. Dokianos. So good to have you here. So the Handyman Toolbox is saying Restream uses scheduled pre-recorded video to go as if live. Should we use this? Yes, yes, yes. I do believe in live video strongly, but live video can take a couple different forms. I think you should do the first webinar live, fully unadulterated live. And then on Thursday, what you do is you rebroadcast the recording. But before you rebroadcast the recording, you actually welcome everybody live. So you say, hey, welcome everybody today live. I'm glad you're here. John, Sally, Martha, Kathy, Dawn. But then when you go live, you press play. And you press play, and it now plays the pre-recording. After it's over, you come back. Hey, thanks everybody for watching. If you have questions, ask them below. Okay, great question. Another question coming in from Naomi at Who Wants to Write a Book. She says, how do you put together the notes? Can I hook up Restream with Otter? Also, I go live on TikTok most often. So can I use Otter for those notes? Okay, really, really great question. And Naomi, it has taken us months to figure this out because it's like, how good are the notes? And then the question is a writer going to be able to put together the notes easier by using an Otter transcription or by just watching it and writing as they go? It's been my experience that a writer, like from the Philippines, right? So we hire at onlinejobs.ph, but you could hire someone on Fiverr. It doesn't have to be the Philippines. You get my point. But what we have found, we get blogs that are better, faster when we send them the video and we say, watch this and write us a 2,000-word blog. Okay. Now that's in sort of writing the notes for it. But when it comes to like a show like this, my notes are already in a PowerPoint slide. So I'm going to give you guys the PowerPoint slide. That's what I'm going to do. You know, so for all of you guys that wrote notes, Carmen will come back and say, hey, thanks for asking for the notes. What's your email? You'll get the email, and then she's going to email them to you. She's going to email you a link to a PowerPoint. You know, and you'll have the 5 slides that we made today, plus a few extras that are just going to be in there. So, you know, here's the thing. With Restream, you can use Descript. It has a Descript built-in integration, which is like Otter. And it can do all sorts of great stuff. But for TikTok, I would use Otter. Yeah, like if you're asking me, Owen, what's the easiest possible way to give people notes? Yes, send it to Otter, put it as a Google Doc, and then when people request it, give them a link to the Google Doc. But it's not readable. It's not this. It's not what you promised them. You promised them the show notes. You didn't promise them this big, beautiful thing. Okay, maybe that's the way I should have answered that question in the beginning. Okay. So Jeff Eatley is asking a great question. Let's put that one up. Is saying, same strategy for coffee table books and calendar, story images and stories. Can that work? Or travel images and stories. Can that work? Absolutely. In fact, if you have a physical product, I actually think it has a special advantage because after you're done selling it, then you're done. Right? Because hopefully your fulfillment is automated. Even if it's not, like Danielle's fulfillment is not automated. But what she did is she just like supercharged her business with new orders. So as long as you're like, 6 to 8 weeks for delivery, you're gonna be fine. Jeff, you're a photographer. So my assumption is that you're kind of selling coffee table books and a calendar. It's merch. This is perfect. What I think you need to do is really solidify the offer. Right? So like you're going to get a 15-page coffee table book with, 4 calendars, one for mom, grandma, you know what I mean? Whatever. That's the offer. And then you show them what it looks like. So on day one is going to be like how chat books is so expensive. And even if you get chat books, softwares are confusing, and going to Costco takes forever. Like I would have pictures of my whole family on these walls if Costco wasn't so freaking complicated with their, like, let the page load. Oh my gosh. It takes forever. So you're going to come in and you're going to say, but what if there was a solution? What if you get a great coffee table book and a calendar and a mug and a thing all in one shot, took no work from you? That's what I'm going to share with you guys today. Join me tomorrow. We're going to share with you what you can get. Then on day 2, you're going to show different types of books. Here's a red version. Here's a green version. Here's family version. Here's solo version. Here's diversity version. Like you're going to just show all the different, here's a cup. Here's a red cup, blue cup, white cup, pens, whatever. You're going to show all the different things. Tomorrow, I'm going to show you guys how you can all get started on this. Okay. So that might be what your thing looks like. Okay. Born Rich has got a question. Says, I want to know if it's possible to add my Facebook page to Restream. I can see that I can add my Facebook account, but I tried to add my page, but couldn't. Yes. Born Rich, on the free Restream account, you can do one profile per platform. So you can have one YouTube page, one Twitter page, one LinkedIn page, one Facebook page. Okay. But you can't do one Facebook page, one Facebook profile, and a Facebook group, right? You can't do more than one channel on a platform. So you would need to upgrade to the $16 plan or stay on the free plan, remove your profile, add your page. Okay, you have to make that choice. That's the economy of the free plan. So upgrade your plan if you want to go, that route, or swap them out and just add them as you need them. Bill Barr is asking, is that an X-Pad behind you? No, I'm not sure what an X-Pad is. Is that behind me somewhere? That's a music stand for my iPad. But maybe I should get an X-Pad. I don't know. But how do you guys like my wall? You like my wall? I think it looks really good. Okay, is that all of our questions? I felt like we had some questions in the, no, it looks like the red buttons. It's X keys. Yes, right here. This is X keys. Great question. Thank you for clarifying, Bill. Yes, this is my X keys. I love it. I think that if I were to do it again, I'd buy a smaller one because I would like to use it on that music stand back there. That's where I put my iPad for webinars. I would like to have a smaller version on that, so I'm probably going to get a smaller version as well. And it's kind of nice to have here. Okay, so guys, thanks so much for tuning in today for how to do a product launch with live stream video. If you want me to send you the notes from today, type notes in the comment section below, and Carmen will reach out to you. Don't forget to join us next Monday as we go into another strategy that you can dominate using live stream video. I'm Owen Video here for Restream, and I'll see you next time. Oh my gosh, Heat Shield products just showed up. Daniel Gerlov.